I started singing in my early teens, about the same time I started my journey into womanhood. My mom brought me into a women's drum circle so I could be surrounded amongst women, so I could start learning about the roles and responsibilities of being a young Anishinaabe through the teachings of the drum. I was surrounded by women of all ages who taught me patience, understanding, and my connection to Mother Earth and the importance of wearing ribbon skirts. I had learned many songs and teachings of the drum from various elders and respected song carriers from across Turtle Island. There are so many different stories and teachings to share, but I encourage everyone who is wanting to learn about the meaning of our drums and songs to understand that every community and nation have different styles of teachings. There will be a lot of similarities of stories of where the drum comes from and what it represents, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. When you hear the drum for the first time, you'll feel this energy that's unexplainable. You'll feel the power of that drum, your feet will tap, and you'll feel the need to dance. And for some, you'll feel the need to cry. Either way, that's the spirit moving through you, and it's healing. One of the teachings that I have learned about these feelings is that it's your spirit that is recalling a moment of feeling of warmth, love, comfort, safety, security, and happiness. Because the drum, known to the Anishinaabe people as the Dwagan, which translates to the heartbeat, your spirit remembers that moment when you first heard that heartbeat of your mother in her room. This is why it is said the drum was given to the woman, because of that deep connection she has with the spirit. She's a life giver. Our responsibilities around the drum is to treat it with respect. The drum has a spirit of the animals and the trees. We need to honor these spirits by feeding them seasonal feasts and giving them a little water. Just like us, we need water to keep our spirits alive, and doing this is giving thanks to those spirits. We are told to carry ourselves in a good way when we are around the drum, whether it be the big drum or the hand drum. That our attitude and our behaviors really show who we are and how we treat each other. So we don't misuse the drum by hitting it hard, throwing it, putting things on top, tossing it across the table, or even just keeping it stored in the closet, because that reflects back at us. When we use the drum, we come with an open mind and an open heart. I protect my drum by carrying it in my drum bag. This is just not some ordinary bag. This bag has a special meaning to me. It was made with love. My mother and my grandmother taught me how to sew, and this was one of my first projects. It represents me through the colors of my clan. It carries medicines such as tobacco to make offerings and seek guidance. And I carry sage to smudge. I also carry a little something that my grandmother made, which reminds me of my grandparents and where I come from. The connection that we have to the land and water and the spirit is the process that we have in making the drums. People gather through hunting and harvesting of animals and trees. We give thanks to their spirits for offering their life for the purpose of healing through song. So we build that connection to the land and the water through these ways. There are so many teachings about the drum, and I cannot go through it all. I haven't even learned it all. These are just some of the things that are considered life learning. There will always be new lessons from the many nations. All we ask is that you take time to learn these teachings and respect each for what they are. I hope with the minimal information I got to share with you today inspires you to learn more and connect with the Indigenous groups surrounding you. Going forward, the next part of our video segment is about it's really about the focus of our project, about teaching, finding ways to teach and educate non-Indigenous people about our culture. You're gonna find it quite interesting because my guest that I have is a friend that I look up to, and you know, she is a carrier of songs and she has a beautiful voice, and I really like her story. She's non-Indigenous, but she has Indigenous children. And she took on that role of responsibility to ensure her children continue learning their Indigenous culture, their song. So Michelle has gracefully agreed to sit with me and sing a song together. And this song that she's going to be sharing is one of her songs called Soar. And I'm very pleased to be sharing this song with you and to learn it with you together. Michelle, you know, She has a really good heart, well intentions, and as I say, come with a positive mind, come with a positive spirit, open heart. Um, I'm really honored to have Michelle part of this series, and I hope it inspires people to not to be shy to learn. So let's move on ahead and let's go join Michelle and learn her song. One of the very important things when you're learning a song from somebody and they're sharing their song with you is just the importance of sitting there and listening to their vocables.
Way ho way ho way ho way yo.
Once you become comfortable with the actual song, they repeat it so many times, feel free to jump in and try to sing along with your teacher.
Way ho way way ho way way ho way oh way oh way oh way yo way oh way yo way oh way yo way ho way ho way ho way yo.
And when you get really comfortable, feel free to pick up the drum and the shakers and sing along.
Way oh way way oh way way oh 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 way oh.
Through the beauty of technology and the heartbeat of Mother Earth, we're excited to have Karina join us from Nigeria to sit and learn the song with us. What does the song Sorry mean?
um, Back in the probably in the early 2000s, there was a beautiful set of women I was singing with at a U of T, and we had a space there at U of T, and then after a while we became nomadic, and we were looking for a place to sing, and we had gone through a whole bunch of different shifts and struggles, and but one thing we knew is we were a group and we would be together always, and we would support each other. It didn't matter what anybody else said, because what I found sometimes is that um, we would, like, when people see you rising up, they try to pull you down. So the strength of a group was beautiful, and when people seen it, they would try to pull us down. um, what ended up happening was, we were traveling around and we were looking for a space, and we had an opportunity to do a ceremony with our group at the Rouge, and we liked to sing for many many hours. We would sing for 3 and 4 hours, and that's how long the circle was. And then we go, oh, just a few more songs, and then it would be like 12 hours later. It's like, oh, okay. So that's how long we like to get together. So after the ceremony, we went to one of our sisters' houses, and we were still in that feeling of like this was going to be might be the last time we were together for a really long time, and and it was like we didn't know where we were going to go. And in those quiet moments, in those times of not knowing which direction you're going to travel in or what's going to happen next, in that quiet silence, you know, awareness comes through. And that's when those songs, when I find that's when the songs are gifted, when it gets really, really quiet and still. Those songs come through. And this is when this song came through. And it's just a reminder for us just to keep going, to keep together, and no matter what anybody says, it's more important to stay together and fly and soar in that beautiful way with this beautiful energy, than to give up. So yeah.
Big wedge. Big wedge for joining us, and thank you to Michelle for offering to teach us one of her songs. So keep practicing, come back to this video as often as you like, and if you're ever in Toronto and you hear women's drum groups, chances are Michelle's going to be there with a lot of other women, and come by and say hello. But yes, Miigwech, thank you for joining, and we'll see you guys later. Pamapi.
Do the lyrics have actual meanings, or are they just chants and melodies?
Let me start by asking you this. Do you recognize this? Fa la 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 la. I'm sure you probably do, right? It reminds you of a certain holiday song. So just like our songs, most songs are comprised with vocables such as yas, ways, yos, right? So when you blend these vocables together, they create a song. Just like the vocables Michelle shared with us. Together, those vocables created the song Soar. However, you will hear songs that have lyrics in an indigenous language, or it's in English. Most social songs, such as round dance songs, are sung in English because they were also known as friendship dances. Songs comprised of the indigenous language usually are songs meant for ceremony, for honoring, or singing it for something really special. It is said that the spirits only know the native tongue. So that's why we sing our songs in the language, so the spirits could understand.
What is the hand drum made of?
Hand drums are made out of animal hides and trees. Depending on where you're from and what animals you have access to, the hides could be made of deer, moose, elk, caribou, buffalo, or sometimes even seal. The frame is usually made out of a natural wood, and it's either in one long straight piece and bent into a circular frame, or it's engineered and very carefully put together little blocks that eventually create a circle.
Is there any deep significance behind the hand drum in the Indigenous culture and community?
As mentioned earlier, the significance of the hand drum is that it represents the heartbeat of Mother Earth. The drummers were originally given to the woman because they too are the heartbeats. For some people, when they hear the drum beat for the very first time, they get this feeling, unexplainable feeling, that they love and they feel it and they're really enjoying the moment. It is said that because your spirit remembers a time from when you heard your first heartbeat, when you felt happiness and joy, you felt love and comfort. Your spirit is remembering that moment of being inside your mother's womb and you heard her heartbeat for the very first time.
Are there any specific rules to follow when composing Indigenous songs and music?
There's no rules per se for when composing a song. We don't make a song. Songs are given to us. Meaning that when we ask the creator to help us through something, whether if it's through happiness, grief, pain, to honor someone or to celebrate something special, after we ask the creator for guidance and a direction, we just wait. Because songs are given to us through the spirit, through a dream, a vision, a ceremony, sweat lodge, or even when you're just sitting by the river. So when these songs are given to us, most of the time, they're intended to be for the people. Because we don't own anything that spirits have given to us. We're only caretakers, carriers, and messengers. And it is our responsibility to share what the Creator has gifted to us. We like to say thank you to everyone for joining us here on Culture Days. We hope that you learned a lot about our traditional drums and our songs. I also hope that you continue learning and practicing the song Soar that our friend Michelle Perpaul taught us today. A little bit of practice is all it takes, and you'll be singing that song in no time. So we look forward to seeing you to our next video, where we're going to go meet an Anishinaabe artisan who's teaching us her beautiful craftsmanship of porcupine quill art. All right, we'll see you in the next video, and bon appetit, miigwech.